How can I claim 50,000 Piston tokens with a small deposit?
Excellent question, Antony. Yeah, so the project allows you to claim 50,000 Piston tokens. Now, let's do an actual example with numbers. If you start off with, let's say, 100 tokens, right? 100 Piston tokens in the project, and you're like, I'm never going to buy any more because that's all I can afford. Great. Now, how can you actually maximize your earnings? If you start off with 100 and you compound to a maximum of 500, obviously, right? I'm not saying you compound only, right, and start claiming after that. You're going to do compounds and claims regularly, but the maximum tokens you will reach is 500. Because that's 5x of your 100. Then you can claim 365% of the 500 tokens, and that's 1,825 tokens. So if you never deposit more tokens in there, or you never do claim deposits or manual compounds, as we call them, you can only take out 1825 tokens after having deposited 100 tokens. Now that in itself is not bad, right? Even if you sell every single one of those tokens at an average price of $20, right? Which is not that amazing, because we're going to be at 20 and probably a lot more than 20 soon. But even if your average price was 20, right? That's about 36,000 US dollars, right? Starting with just 100 tokens. So that's great.
That's not a
but
bad
why
effort,
stop
is it?
there, right? Sorry, no, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But why stop there, right? Why not try to claim more than 1825, right? Because hey, the project says you can claim 50,000. So how do you get to that 50,000? Well, unless you start off with a large number of tokens in the few thousands, right? Everybody will have to do claim deposits. Even I have to do them. Pretty much most people in the project will have to do them, except for the whales who start off the project with several thousand tokens. So how do you do claim deposits? So as we talked about it before, to extend your 5x, right? You have to claim tokens on a given day, right? That could be your 1%. It could be your 2% because you have not done anything for 2 days, right? Or it could be at the end, after 1 week, let's say you let your tokens accumulate for 1 week, and then you have 7% there sitting in your available fuel, right? And then you can claim those in one go and then deposit them into your gas tank. Now, when you do that, those count as fresh tokens. You don't have to spend your money to buy more tokens, right? And because they count as fresh tokens, all those tokens that go in will produce another 5x. So here's a good way to think about it. Every token you deposit into the gas tank can give birth to 5 baby pistons. I love to say that. It just sounds pretty cool. So when you start off the 100, that's where you end up with 500. Now imagine when you reach that 500, again, you're not going to do this, right? Just purely compound and purely claim. But just for to make it easier to talk about, let's say now you have a 500 tokens in your gas tank, and you started off with 100. Now you're going to be receiving 5 a day, right? 1% of 500 is 5. You receive 5 a day. You let them sit there for, let's say, 5 days, right? You let them accumulate for 5 days. That gives you 25 piston tokens. You take those 25, right? Now, of course, you're going to pay 10% tax. So you'll end up claiming, when you claim them, you'll end up with 22.5 tokens because you pay 10% tax. Then when you deposit them, you pay another 10% tax, okay? And so finally, 20.25 tokens will go into your gas tank. Let's say it's 20, right? Those 20 tokens that went into your gas tank will give birth to 100 tokens, right? So your gas tank was at 500, you put in 20, now it's at 520, but you can reach what? You can reach 620. You can do nitro again, right? So once you reach 620, of course, you can't do nitro again anymore. You have to do claim deposits again. So I'm just talking about it in a serial manner, right? Or you're doing only nitro, then only claim deposits, then only nitro, then only claim deposits. Of course, in real life, you're not going to do it like that. But this was just to make the numbers easier. Yep. So basically, that's why I said earlier in the previous question, you have to incorporate the claim deposits into your weekly or monthly strategy 2 to 3 months after getting into the project. So after getting into the project, you compound for 2 to 3 months to build up your deposits, and then you switch to a weekly or monthly strategy where you're doing compounds, a certain number of compoundings a week, and then let's say 4 to 5 days. Then 1 to 2 days you're doing claim deposits, and then 1 to 2 days you're doing the claims for profit. And when you do those claim deposits for 1 to 2 days, that's important, right? Because that extends your 5x meter, right? And then that's how you reach the 50,000 eventually. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you don't keep doing this till 50,000. You stop at 10,000 or 15,000 or 20,000, because then you can start claiming. Then you can the claiming will be you'll be doing it throughout this whole process, but you don't need to go beyond 15, 20,000, right? Because you'll be claiming 50,000, not compounding till 50,000. So everybody in the project, other than, like I said, a few people who start the project with several thousand tokens, everybody other than those people will have to do claim deposits on a regular basis, 1 to 2 to 3 months after getting into the project. I plan on doing that, in about 2 to 3 weeks from now. Mm-hmm. When 2 months are up in the project, I'll switch to a weekly strategy where I will compound press nitro for 5 days. In fact, I won't even be pressing it for 5 days. I'll probably press once at the end of 5 days. And then 1 day a week, I'll claim and deposit. That's my strategy to extend the 5x. Mm-hmm. And then 1 day a week, on Sunday, let's say, I'll claim and sell to take profit. So that's what I plan on doing. And everybody who does this will eventually be able to claim 50,000 tokens, no matter how many they start off with.
And also creating a second wallet as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So the tokens that you end up claiming once a week or twice a week, depending upon your needs, you can either sell them for BUSD, right? Or you could even keep them as Piston tokens and then create a second wallet with them, right? Mm-hmm. You can airdrop them to another wallet and then start a new wallet with those, and then claim another 50,000 from a second wallet.
No, that's really good.
As long as you keep in mind that you have to pay a 10% tax for airdrops, right? As long as you know that as well.
Airdrops and also transferring in between wallets.
Right, but you could do so. Once you claim the tokens, you could airdrop to another wallet. They would go straight into the deposits. If you transfer to another wallet, you pay 10% tax. Then when you deposit in that wallet, into the gas tank from that wallet, there's another 10% tax. So it's better to do an airdrop, because then you only pay the 10% once.